Hey everyone. Today we're presenting our casual loop diagram on the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Our diagram maps out the system of pressure, human decisions, and human and design flaws that made this disaster almost impossible to stop.
Real quick, a causal loop diagram is basically a map of the system. Variables are things that change. Arrows show what causes what causes circle back. That's a feedback loop. Reinforcing loops make things escalate. Balancing loops slow things down. We've got 13 variables, 3 loops, and a time delay.
Here's our full diagram. Blue arrows with a plus means both variables move in the same direction. Red arrow with a minus means they move opposite. The parallel bars on one arrow means there's a time delay. The effect time takes to show up. Every single element tells part of the story.
All 3 of our loops are reinforcing, meaning they make things worse, not better. We use the odd-even rule. Even number of negative links means reinforcing. Odd means balancing. R1, runaway reaction, pure physics. The reactor's design flaw made steam bubbles speed the reaction up instead of slowing it. Once it started, it couldn't be stopped. R2, complacency cascade. Operators grew complacent and switched off the safety systems designed to stop R1. R3, eroding compliance. Political pressure wore down safety compliance, lost control of power, and fed reactivity. 2 negatives, still even, still reinforcing. And there is no balancing loops to help our system, so nothing pushed back, and that's what made this unstoppable.
Our 13 variables cover everything from political pressure down to public health consequences. The most important thing is the delay. When power dropped, xenon built up slowly over hours and operators couldn't see it happening. That delay hid the danger from them completely. They kept going because the system gave them no warning.
Walking through our variables quickly. Political pressure is the external driver. Leadership demanded that tests be done on time. Performance pressure kept operators pushing forward. Safety compliance gets a negative link from pressure. More pressure meant less rule following. Operator complacency built up over years and positively caused disabled safety systems. Complacency meant protections get switched off. Disabled safety systems positively fed reactivity, nothing left to hold it back. Reactor power level positively caused xenon poisoning behind the delay.
On physics side, the positive void coefficient is the design flaw that nobody told operators about. It closes R1 by feeding steam void back into reactivity. Reactivity is where all 3 loops converge. Once it spiked, it was over. Core explosion fed radiation release, which fed public health and environmental harm. Consequences people are still living with today.
Specifically, positive links, pressure increased complacency, complacency disabled safety systems, power caused xenon buildup, reactivity caused steam voids triggered the void coefficient. The void coefficient amplified reactivity, causing R1, and reactivity caused the explosion. Negative links, pressure brought compliance down, and lowered compliance brought power control down. 2 negatives in R3 cancel out, keeping it reinforcing despite containing negative links.
Here's how it played out. Pressure enters the system and does 2 things. Erodes compliance through R3 and builds complacency through R2. Power controls get sloppy. Xenon builds up behind the delay, invisible to operators. Safety systems get disabled one by one. Then the delay lifts. Operators try to raise power, triggering R1. Steam voids form. The void coefficient kicks in. Reactivity climbs, and the loop runs on its own. And eventually the reactor explodes. 3 in reinforcing loops, nothing to stop them.
Our archetype is shifting the burden. The real problem was the design flaw. Instead of fixing it, operators were trained to work around it. That workaround became the only protection, and when pressure bypassed it, there was nothing left.
The greatest leverage point in our system is transparency. If operators had known the RBMK got more dangerous at low power, that one piece of information breaks all 3 loops before they start. But it was classified. Officials knew and chose not to tell the people running the reactor. That single act of concealment removed the only real chance to stop this. Chernobyl wasn't just a technical failure, it was a failure of honesty.
13 variables, 3 reinforcing loops, no balancing loops, 1 hidden delay. Not random, not bad luck. A system with no way to fix itself, driven by pressure and enabled by secrecy. Thank you, everybody.